Hi, this is Kathy Hale, and I'm here today to talk about question 762A. This is the question on what our vision for professional learning is in my district, in my school, who owns the vision, how is there shared buy-in, how do we communicate that to our stakeholders, and how do we engage our stakeholders in all the steps that ensure that the vision is realized, such as developing it, monitoring it, and revising it. So the program that my district has implemented for its district leadership is called NISL. It's a program that is been sponsored by the National Center on Education and the Economy. And I'm going to talk about the 9 different steps in NISL that help us create highly aligned, highly effective school systems that are kind of in the world-class leadership platform. So I'll mention sort of each building block in NISL and how it sort of applies to what our district is doing. And many of these comments are related to getting that vision for professional learning out into our school, into our community, and communicating with our stakeholders. So the first building block of world-class NISL leadership is providing strong supports for students and their families before they arrive at school. And in our district, I know it's been at least 5 or 6 years, we've had a transitional kindergarten program that's free for our families, and that aligns with the research that students who go to preschool are ultimately more ahead of their peers who don't go to preschool. And so in kindergarten, this is hopefully ensuring that our kindergartners are starting off on a much more equal playing field. So there are less students that are super advanced and less students that are super low on the spectrum. Another building block is that we provide at our sites and in our district more resources for at-risk students than for other students. And this aligns with the idea of equity, which I think is kind of part of this question as well. Not all students need exactly the same thing and exactly the same measurement. Students who are at risk are already behind where the other students are. So we really embrace the idea that equitable is not equal, and students who are already behind may need more support than students who are thriving and doing well. And that's definitely reflected in many of the programs that we have, social emotional programs and counseling, and even how we approach discipline. We try to make sure that we're being equitable. The third building block of NISL is that we have highly coherent systems. Our vision, our mission, our action involves stakeholders. So this is something that we really seek to make sure that people, that everybody knows at a site. So one of the things that our principal does and the APs do is we really try to have incredible communication with our parents, with our families, with our staff, having open doors and really encouraging a high level of communication that that goes along with building great instructional systems. The fourth building block is creating clear gateways for students with no dead ends. None of our classes are not for credit. I've seen that at other schools where they have not for credit classes. These are all students are either in the advanced class or the regular track, and we also have many electives that help them engage in finding out things that they're good at and finding out things that they like in the arts, in athletics, in all the other elective options. So we have hopefully many gateways so that students can find something that they really like once they have all their options. The fifth building block is assuring that we have a great supply of qualified teachers. I know that we all know as admin that teachers who have tenure are hard to let go of, but we can also find their teacher leaders to lead teachers side by side and help inspire them and hopefully get them out of ruts. And I think if you just look around, there are any number of teacher leaders who really want to do a good job and want to kind of lead the way in their content area. So finding those teachers is a great starting point. Sixth building block is talking about teaching teachers as professionals, and I so agree that teachers are not, I've seen teachers treated kind of like students in the past at schools where I've been. The top-down leadership style, I think, is dead. I think we are much more collaborative these days, and I know that we have, many, many layers of teacher meetings and teacher communication that really makes it so that all of the teachers at our school have an idea of what the principal's vision is, and it's not just some people. So the idea is we want all the teachers to know what the principal's vision is so that we can all work together, and there are no secrets that are in closed doors that people don't know about. Being transparent, being open, and treating teachers as professionals is critical. We've got 3 building blocks left. The 7th one is creating an effective system of career and technical education. At all the schools in our school district, we have CTE courses that help students find trade paths, such as culinary, such as wood shop, police academies, nursing academies, and that is great because not all kids want to go to college. Some kids want to go straight into a career, and the high school pathway helps them identify those interests. Okay, number 8 is a system that develops leaders, teacher leaders at all levels, and we want to make sure that we have leaders all around campus and not just singly. So every leader, every person in a management position is studying NISL, so we have this shared common language of what good leadership looks like, how to achieve it, and how to work together at the site level after we're finished with NISL to be able to do the good work. We did a lot of experimenting during COVID with NISL strategies. And our last example, our last building block is number 9. It's a system where we develop coherent, powerful policies that we can implement them on a scale of NISL. There's more to NISL than I've just talked about, but there's a lot of kind of like building blocks where you can see how things interact and intersect. And our superintendent is on board with all of us learning this system, so that again we can kind of move our schools and our teachers and our students to being in an environment that is really a world-class system. So hopefully in sharing the NISL leadership model that I've been learning about through our school district, it really speaks to the question about how we have professional learning at the site level, and how we then will take that learning from the site level to make it kind of live in practice at our schools, and how we've learned the skills to work with our stakeholders to be able to make that vision realized. Thank you.